Vogue's editor-in-chief is stepping down after 37 years. Anna Wintour, a force in the fashion industry. The persona is simply legendary.
Sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff.
From a pile of stuff. One of my favourites, from The Devil Wears Prada. For years, fans have wondered. I mean, obviously, Devil Wears Prada supposedly based around Anna Wintour, whether it was or it wasn't. Well, it isn't quite the end of an era. Anna Wintour will oversee brand content with Vogue's publisher Conde Nast. Amy Odell is with me, the author of Anna, the Biography, and a new book, Gwyneth, coming out at the end of July. So I read what she's no longer going to be EIC, editor-in-chief, but she's got this weird job of global content editor. And interestingly, they're not replacing that job like for like. So I'm wondering, is she still the power behind the throne?
Absolutely. I think it's fascinating the way she's going about this. She's stepping back from her day-to-day responsibilities, overseeing American Vogue as editor-in-chief, and she's going to handpick her successor, basically, and she's going to nurture and train that person and have oversight over what they're doing so that, presumably when she does fully exit Conde Nast, she's got Vogue in a place where she wants to leave it. So like much of what she does, I think it's kind of brilliant.
Do you think she just doesn't know how to say goodbye and leave? She doesn't know when to go?
A lot of fans of Anna's and Vogue, online have been talking about her stepping down for a long time. That is true. She ties for the longest serving editor-in-chief with Edna Woolman-Chase, whose career at Vogue actually started amazingly during the Gilded Age. But Anna is a workaholic. I mean, she gets up to work, and I think for most of her life, she has been thinking about running American Vogue from the time she was a child. So I think personally for her, this must be a very emotional and monumental decision.
The success of Vogue is without question, but I ask whether or not she has positioned Vogue and thereby the other titles within Conde Nast. How well has she positioned them for the digital future?
You know what, I talk about this a lot in Anna, the Biography, how Conde Nast made some missteps, not just within the last few years, not within the last 10 years, but, 25 years ago, 30 years ago. There were executives at Conde Nast who were saying, hey, we should do this to set ourselves up for the digital age. We should charge a subscription so people can read our content online. And there were just so many competing corporate concerns. It was kind of the classic innovator's dilemma where they were monetizing the business one way and they needed to start doing it another way. And it was very hard to make that change, and they just never did. Additionally, the recession of 2008 was really hard on the publishing industry, especially Conde Nast. And I think that was a real inflection point from which the business never recovered, which means, for much of Anna Wintour's career, she's really been managing a decline. For nearly half of her career, I would say she's been managing a decline.
I'm grateful that you come with us to us this evening. So in true fashion, that's all.